Supposed to be minister, slid in my DM, married man, and was like, you know, if I was your man, I have to wear boxing gloves everywhere I go. Every single pastor from the town that we came from knows this pastor.
Yeah.
Every pastor knows him.
So finish the story, because I was.
Are you mad again?
I'm getting upset just listening to it again.
He is abstaining from sex to y'all abstaining from oral, fingering, hand jobs. Or is that just intercourse? She said, I got divorced because he was cool with making.
He was cool only making $80,000 a year. Mind you, the average black man only makes around $50,000 a year. Now your stipulation is this man gotta have a fourplex, I gotta have one. Units. And y'all talking about waiting? Do y'all like each other? Are y'all attracted to each other?
Okay, because that's the point. If you're not actually abstaining, you can have an orgasms off of a little head, a little this, and you can last longer. Yeah. If you're masturbating and you're doing your do the whole time, of course y'all can date for 4 years and yeah, sure.
If you could be around whoever your boyfriend, girlfriend is, and y'all don't touch each other, and y'all alone multiple times, so many times, guess what? Go ahead and tell them, listen, I'm so sorry, this ain't gonna work. I'm not attracted to you.
Don't.
If it don't get to, because you're not attracted to him. This is an Iwegbus production.
Period. My name is Takesha.
And my name is Namdi.
And you are Pillow Talking with the Iwegbus. Yes, live.
If you never have Pillow Talk with the Iwegbus, man, listen. We motivate the common couple to become extraordinary and singles to receive God's best in relationships. So if you're trying to do relationships better, you're trying to do it God's way especially, man, you rocking with the right couple. So recently, DJ Envy and Tyrese have been going at it. So Tyrese went to the Breakfast Club recently, and at that time, he aired out his grievances with DJ Envy and Charlamagne. This all stems from him going through an episode of mental health issues, and he was going online doing a bunch of crazy stuff. He felt like instead of Charlamagne and DJ Envy going on air and making jokes about his situation, he felt like they should have hit him up personally, especially when it came to DJ Envy, because he said, hey, I was there for your marriage. He helped them through a hard time in their marriage. And DJ Envy said, hey, listen, there were some things that you said to my wife that really made me want to box your mouth, was his words, okay? And so, but all is well, they end up squashing it. I guess, apparently, after that, Tyrese went online. He had more to say about DJ Envy, which made DJ Envy respond. He brought wifey in this time. Cue that up.
This is the song that never ends. Jesus Christ, man.
So Tyrese was on the Breakfast Club last week, and he was talking about some of the things that he didn't like about the Breakfast Club, and he said that he was upset that we didn't check on him when he was going through his problems, because when I was going through my problems with my wife, when we were at our lowest, he was there to help. And I told him during that conversation, I didn't, because you said some things to my wife and myself that I thought was disrespectful. He said we didn't check up on him. We checked up on him numerous times. I guess after the interview, everything was good. He apologized. We left on a positive note, but I guess when he got back home, maybe he read the comments, maybe social media, whatever it was, he got into a fit, and one post he started crying and said we don't respect his mental. And then yesterday he did a whole long video and he called me a liar.
But for him to go on the airwaves and say I wanted to box you in the mouth because you disrespected my wife blocked you, I blocked you, and I just unblocked you a month ago, that's a lie, bro. Me and your wife were communicating August 11th, 2022. I got receipts. Did I disrespect your wife or did I not?
I'm so sick of people putting that in what you said, because you didn't say box him in your mouth. You said I want to box your mouth.
Right.
I want to box your mouth.
So to answer Tyrese, yes, he was blocked. And the reason I know he was blocked is because he had Charlamagne and myself on a group text, and I never replied because I didn't see it. He did speak to my wife, and he wanted me and my wife to go on live, and he wanted to ish on his ex Samantha. He wanted to ish on his wife. And I actually texted him and I said, good morning. No, I'm passing on this. I prayed on it. Wasn't in the card. Stay blessed. Have an amazing day. Right? Because I didn't want to be a part of him ishing on his wife. Right? So then he said I was lying and he never said anything disrespectful to my wife. Well, what he actually did was, when they were talking, he was one of those dudes. And we all know that guy that tries to plant those seeds. If you had a man like me, it wouldn't have went down like that. I would have never. And I never said anything. I'm going to tell you why I never said anything. I never said anything because, yes, Tyrese was there and he did help save my marriage. And I was like, I just don't want to ish on that. So I just kept it quiet and I just stepped away from him, because it's difficult, because you have somebody that helped, but then you also have somebody that's trying to hurt. But me and my wife accepted the help side, and he opened us up to a place where, you know, we were able to fix our relationship and fix our marriage, and our marriage is even stronger now. Then I got a text, July 8th, 2022. You got the text? I just sent you the text, right? That's somebody that works for Tyrese. You see that text?
I'm looking at the text.
Now, I never mentioned anything to anybody that he flirted with my wife. What does that text say?
I'm not reading this.
It says, yo, DJ Envy blessings. Stay away from Tyrese, bro. He tried to destroy my marriage and career. He will do the same to y'all. Please, I'm open to talk to you. I'm not trying to gain anything from this. I'm just sick of the devil, and I refuse to know what I know and not tell good people what's up with that cat. Please stay away. He will try and get your wife. What's the date of that?
July 8th, 2022.
July 8th, 2022. So
it actually says, please stay away. He will try to get you and your wife.
Right. Shut up. But that just shows that's him as a person. Then the guy, he posts his picture and tells you his name, tells you who his wife is, tells you the people he knows. He says, I want you to be real, because that's what Tyrese did. He did it to me, flirted with my wife, and he's doing it with you. He had no idea, because I don't even know this gentleman.
I don't know why y'all didn't have that conversation when he was just up here.
Because I didn't want to disrespect him. I was like, I'm just gonna tell him what it is and leave it at that. He apologized, and he said it was the psych meds. Remember, it's the psych meds. Oh my God, I would never. Bull-ish.
Y'all lied to me. We sat here and had a whole hour and 30-minute conversation, and now you saying all of this stuff after the fact. Tyrese saying all of this stuff after the fact.
And you know what? You're absolutely right. Let's call my wife, please.
Oh God.
Uh-oh.
Jesus Christ.
Am I on the radio?
Yes, you are. You're on the radio. Tyrese is calling me a liar. For people that don't know, I stopped talking to Tyrese, and there was a reason why I stopped talking to Tyrese. Not because only did I think he was a bozo and full of ish, but also because of the way that I felt he was talking and conducting business with my wife. So I'm going to step back, and I want Charlamagne to ask the questions, because I don't want you.
I want you to ask. Charlamagne is not getting involved.
I want you to ask.
In no way, shape, or form. This is good morning, Gia. By the way, okay.
Good morning.
This is a conversation between a husband and a wife, and why the husband stopped talking to somebody, and why the wife stopped talking to somebody. So the husband and wife should have a conversation. I'm sitting back watching the Casey Crew live. Go.
Good question. So, babe, just for people that don't know, Tyrese helped save our relationship when we were going through probably our lowest point, and I cheated. Tyrese came in and really helped us and guided us through our relationship, correct?
Yes, he did. Absolutely.
And then we got to a point where we stopped talking to Tyrese. I even blocked Tyrese, and I wanted to box his mouth, as I said the other day. And can you explain to the people why we stopped talking to Tyrese?
Well, we stopped talking to Tyrese on 2 different occasions. Once many, many years ago, when he did do that amazing thing for us. He and I became friends, and we were very, very cool, and we spoke often. And a lot of times you'd be laying in the bed next to me while I was talking to him. And at first everything was cool, but for me, it got to a point where it became inappropriate and uncomfortable, where I felt as though lines were being crossed, and you felt as though lines were being crossed. And we both decided that we were going to take a step back. And, you know, there was times where I felt like he was extremely demanding of my time and of my attention, where if I didn't give him my time and my attention, he would get very angry, get very upset, and let me know what his expectations were of me. And, you know, at that time, I didn't feel as though he was going through any mental issues. I didn't feel as though he was facing any mental challenges at that time. I know that he does go through things, and I know that he has been on medication, but at that time I felt as though he was very clear-minded and everything seemed cool. But when I started to feel uncomfortable and you started to feel uncomfortable, we took a step back.
Well, what lines were crossed? People would be like, well, what lines did he cross?
You know, I don't really feel comfortable being specific because at the same time, I still do have a respect for him. I know that you still do have a respect for him. I would feel more comfortable just being general and saying that, you know, there was flirting and inappropriate compliments.
First thing I'm thinking of, I don't know if y'all thinking of it too, is like, why is it this much close, like, conversations with another man from a married woman? Regardless of how much he might have helped us.
Yeah.
She's like, he's demanding of my time and all. I could see why they withdrew from that situation.
Yeah.
But I might even commend Envy for not outing Tyrese a long time ago for this type of situation, for not confronting him on the situation too. I don't see why he didn't or whatever. But I wanted to bring this to your attention, babe. We've talked about opposite sex relationships for us and how that flows. And I've had it where I've allowed certain people to be in our lives, like certain men who had your number. These were people that were either somewhat like a pastor or a mentor to me, things of that sort, or a big bro, or one of my brothers who I'm close with, that we had those type of connections. So I wanted to throw it your way.
No, I'm just playing.
Can you relate in any type of way with Gia, and has anybody overstepped those boundaries? Have you felt like this kind of going the wrong way? I had to slither up out of this.
Yeah.
Want to hear from you.
Yeah, I think one of the things that stand out to me, first and foremost, is something that the Truth, I think he goes by Emmanuel now, but the Truth, the Christian hip hop rapper, said he changed his name because the Truth, he said that version of him was very like black, white. Like what it is, and what it ain't, it ain't. And he went to his real name, which is, I think it's Emmanuel. I might be messing that up.
I know he changed it.
Yeah, but it's his real name, what he goes by. And he said the reason why I went this way is that as I've been going through life, I realized there's so many nuances. There are gray areas. There are, just places that is kind of worth exploring. And so once upon a time, we were very much like, no, we say no to opposite sex friends. We have seen the destruction of husband and wives, and she's close to bro. And now there's an emotional connection. And when I talk about emotional connection and how easy it can happen and unintentionally it can happen, people accidentally, sharing information with people that you love, and then it grows to something. So we were just like, no, we're cool on that. We're good. We've seen it fail over and over, from celebrities to people we know in real life. And then we grew in our marriage a little bit, and we were like, one of the things is mainly for you, because you're like, babe, I am, because of the man that you are, you connect with women, and like being soft spoken and just the certain characteristics that you have connect with women. You're like, babe, you might be in some rooms, you might be in some conversations. And I've always been around all men because I was a Christian hip hop artist. And that was, at the time that I was rapping, for sure 99% male. Studio sessions by myself, phone calls. I've ministered, I've worship led. I've had to be under pastors, in rooms alone, on phones alone. And so we're like, okay, we might need to like reevaluate, what does a friendship with the opposite sex look like? And I have been in them. Yeah. I have had, and honestly, what?
I was going to say, full disclosure, anybody that's ever been cool with you, they've been cool with me.
Yes.
As far as
I have never had my own male friend that like, I made a connection with him and Namdi was second or something like that. But most of the relationships started out as work. So like we rap together, we perform together, we ministry together, and then this is cool. This is bro. We meet wife, we meet family, and now we're friends. And I have had some odd, for sure, situations. Even when she was talking about the demanding part, I've definitely had that. And it's so crazy because it's like, especially as a believer, especially as Christians, like I just wonder how bold you gotta be to demand time from a woman that's not yours. Yeah. And she's someone else's wife.
That's really bold.
And I mean, I've had, FaceTime calls, late nights.
Yeah, they tried to.
Early morning. Yeah, no, I didn't answer it at all. Yeah. But, the audacity to call me.
Yeah, that's when.
To FaceTime me.
Yeah, that's when you was like, Okay,
yeah, and the thing is,
weird or odd.
Definitely, it started getting strange. But I've had the comments. I remember. Okay, here's a little funny story.
Go ahead.
So I was working out, and this is honestly why I stopped like even posting selfies of working out, because it just something about it brings the wolves out. But I was working out, and I must have posted a picture. Definitely not in any way immodest, but like just like literally facing this way, arm up or something. And this man of God, supposed to be minister,
supposed to be
minister, slid in my DM, married man, and was like, if I was your man, I have to wear boxing gloves everywhere I go. Basically, like, you so fine, I have to fight, wanted to work out with me and everything. Like, what time do you get to the gym? And I kept pushing it off. I was like, you and your wife can. And this man, y'all,
he's persistent.
No, this man said, going to the gym is getting away from her. Like he was like, going to the gym is my break from my wife.
Let me add some context to this. This dude was, I would say, in some of the more known names as pastors in where we come from.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? No pastor that we ever been under, by the way.
Every single pastor from the town that we came from knows this pastor.
Yeah.
Every pastor knows him.
So finish the story, because I was.
Are you mad again?
I'm getting upset just listening to it again. Because when she told me this story, like I was like, "What
I got the screenshot.
You want me to say something too?" Because like, dude, we really can handle this. Like I was very upset about it. But go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, so I've definitely had some weird interactions. That was one, and then just like the demanding of time, the long conversations that I couldn't get out of. I wish I could say that I've never had moments that, no, I've been told. Yeah, I don't know. It's a lot.
What's that?
I'm trying to figure out what I can and can't share.
We're trying to protect certain people because they may not have known that they're coming around, that they're coming this way. But you kind of but anybody that kind of gave her any implications that they may like her, or it was just a call at the wrong time, or maybe they're just calling her too much or anything like that. You made your way, away from them. You stop answering the calls or the texts or anything like that. A lot of times I'm sliding in there more. What up, bro?
Right.
Hey, I'm that is usually doing that. Like, hey, no, I'm here. What's good? How you doing, bro?
But after you say anything inappropriate, I don't want to be a friend with you anyways.
Yeah, I don't think nobody's other than that. Nobody said nothing blatantly inappropriate.
No, not blatantly, but gestures have been inappropriate. What you mean? Remember I told you when we was at the thing and he came up to me and he was yeah. So I've had some.
Yeah, when you told me about when she told me about a particular situation, about a particular minister, and I think your sister confirmed it for me.
Yeah.
I remember her sister even telling me like, no, he was very on some flirtatious modes, and I couldn't believe it.
His wife wasn't with him, so.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah,
wow.
and I say this to be honest, and just this might be going off a little bit, but this is really going off. But that has been a part of my PTSD with just church people and pastors. Like that has played a huge part where I'm just like, y'all all nasty. Like, and I hate saying that, and I know everybody's not, because since being in Atlanta, I have not experienced that at all.
No pastor have we been under anything around.
Not even an inkling of that. Like, definitely have been under some great man of God, but back at home, just like a back-to-back inappropriateness, or just not enough honor in the conversations towards you, our marriage, just certain things, and it has been disheartening. But to go back to this whole situation, I think that's why we've kind of had this very, like, I feel like we might come off as very like stiff, but it's like, y'all, when y'all cross these lines, it just gets foggy. Yeah. Like from the most upright, stand up, integral people can get in some faulty situations when you play with your flesh. And so, I've definitely been in these situations, and it has been, even though it's tea for like most people to look at DJ Envy them stuff, when you experience it, it's heartbreaking, because it's a brother that's no longer that. Yeah. It's a friend that is no longer a friend. Like, dang, why did you have to do that? Why did you have to say that? Why did you have to suggest that? Yeah, because
I know they had to feel a certain way, like, dang, for real, Tyrese.
Well, they had to actually love him for DJ Envy to not blast him.
If y'all don't know, when they were about to go through it, like, he was basically on the brink of a divorce. Basically, Tyrese flew in. They set up a private dinner. Tyrese came and sung Stay, okay? And then worked with them. He sung Stay at a private dinner.
I don't know what Stay is.
Stay, I guess that's one of his songs.
Sing it right now.
I don't know.
Oh.
I don't even know it. He said, I remember him saying, he said the name of the song they said was Stay. And I was like, I'm thinking about Stay, like Jodeci.
That's what I hear in my head.
But I'm like, hold on, Stay, please stay, babe. I'm like, man, that's not Tyrese. Maybe he sung Jodeci. No, that's like Stay With Me Tonight, though. Not Stay With Me Forever.
Yeah, that's like nasty stuff.
Yeah. So anyway, they said that he basically stayed there with him Tyrese said he even made up he revealed on the Breakfast Club interview, he made up a lie just to be able to be in New Jersey and help them out. He made up a lie. He told him that he was there for like shooting some videos and things of that sort. He said, really, I saw what was going on. I heard it through viral things, on the internet. And he said, I need to get there to that brother. And he basically ministered it to them and all that. So they gave, he had a lot of trust with them.
Yeah.
And then for him to do that, she said, I'm laying in the bed talking to him while Envy there. It's kind of weird.
Why are you talking to him? What are y'all talking about?
That's kind of weird though. Somebody said in the comments at that time, like, you shouldn't even be on the phone. Yeah. Like, you shouldn't, like, a married woman shouldn't be even on the phone.
But I also get it at the same time, because I have been on the phone with our male friends and you were not next to me or you weren't around me, and we have had conversations. And so I go back and forth between this black and white, yes and no, but like, especially maybe just as women, we're a little bit more naive, but there have been times where, we have talked about our relationship with other married couples and the married husband, like, bro, what you think I should do? And what do you think about this? How can I be a better leader? How can I listen to him? Whatever. And especially because most of my male friends, have been pastors and leaders. Yeah. So there's been a little bit more of a trust and confidentiality. There's been a little bit more trust in their expertise. Yeah. Like, these aren't just your fly-by dudes just got saved. Like, these are people that we really trusted. And anybody. So you kind of have that trust, like, I can share these things with you. Yeah. And it's unfortunate that Negroes be Negroing.
Yeah. And got to the point where we said, hey, listen, we got to the point when we got here, we wanted to start fresh, and we change them digits up. Like, hey, we don't just want anybody. Hey, if you want to reach out, go through the Facebook Messenger, and we'll kind of select. Yeah,
we're being very selective.
Very selective who comes into that circle. Nobody I know has done nothing just blatantly disrespectful or anything like that, except for this guy who he was not a friend of mine. He just kind of tried to slide in your DMs. Yeah, but nobody's done that, and I believe that it takes a great deal of trust on both sides. Yeah. To have your significant other spouse on the phone with the opposite sex, and even when you're not there. So
I mean, you can trust your partner, but you don't know what they doing, and they notice.
And if I saw that, I remember one of the times when I remember someone reached out to you, and I felt like, I was like, man, that conversation a little long. Like, they was giving you a lot of revelation. I'm like, hold on, tell them to swing that revelation my way. Go ahead, we need to talk. And so you curved them my way, and we built a relationship. we gonna keep it at that, man. But hey, I want to know, man, have y'all seen this situation with Tyrese and them? I don't know if this is the first time y'all been alerted to it, man. What do y'all think? Should your significant other spouse, should they have opposite sex relationships where you're okay with them being on the phone, texting, being there no matter what, even if it's a minister, a counselor, anything like that? Are y'all okay with that? Have you had some experience with it? I want to know. Let us know down in the comments below. This is an Iwegbus production.
Period.
So, one of my favorite podcasts, as you may know, is the Social Proof Podcast. Yes, David Shands and Donnie Wiggins. I call them like my virtual mentors in a way. So they're very big in a lot of entrepreneurship things. And I was looking at one of their episodes, and a couple that had been regular guests there during their live recordings, they had just found out that they were actually in a relationship. And so it turned a little bit from entrepreneurship to dating tips. This is not usually an alley that they're in. I want you guys to check out what happened, and we want to comment on a little bit of this right here. So check this out.
Communicate, because people want to think what they think, but we are exclusive.
Are you exclusive, Fred?
Yeah. Okay, wait, Fred said he? Yeah. Oh, he said, let me get the mic on that.
Exclusive and waiting.
For what?
We talked about that.
Dear God.
Waiting for what? When you told us, stop giving up your body to folks.
Oh, so y'all ain't bumping and grinding.
We waiting. This is
Father.
Real. This is real.
Father, do you hear me? I humbly come to you today. I'm looking for my king, who is exclusive and waiting. Exclusive and waiting. Not waiting too long, but waiting.
You probably gonna corrupt my man. He gonna be trying to wait. You like, nope.
My daughter is in the room, okay? As well as my bonus daughter.
Okay.
God give me the king who is exclusive waiting, and he grabs the mic to tell the world he's proud of it. In fact, congratulations to you guys.
So, any plans on how do you do that, you guys? How do you do that?
You've never done that?
No, I'm just saying. Like, how long do you wait? Is there a feeling that you're waiting for? Is there a plan? As we're saying, ideally, I want to move forward by the end of this year. I got married in 6 months. Also,
I know some people who are waiting but they ain't waiting.
What was you gonna change? I'm waiting for the what?
Okay, let me say this. Every person that has... Okay, let me bring it back. Let me wait.
Okay.
Wait, let it breathe.
Okay.
Let me bring it back. Hold on. I feel like I have not met a real abstinent person that's waiting.
Wow.
Everybody I know has lied.
Wow. Except for maybe one.
Who?
Except for one.
Who?
One.
Who?
One.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
well,
yeah, okay, sure. I mean, but is abstinence everything?
What you mean?
Is that's everything? I don't know. Y'all let us know. Y'all let us know real quick. Is abstaining from sex to y'all abstaining from oral, fingering, hand jobs, or is that just intercourse?
Yeah. Y'all
because
let us know.
I don't think I've met somebody that has abstained from all of it.
Everybody has a different definition.
Everybody does.
I remember the first time I had that situation that I knew that people had different definitions, babe. Mm-hmm. I was with an old pastor of mine, and we were with some leaders, and he had asked this couple, this person about their relationship, and they were leading on to getting married, and they were like, yeah, we're abstaining. He like,
from everything?
From everything. I mean, we done a little, basically some little things, but he said, nah, it's not. Like let's not say that we abstained and it ain't that. Like,
I don't know. It is something that first and foremost, most people in the world are nasty. And I think to pretend to be something that isn't even common is weird. Yeah. Like just for the sake of saying that. Like
probably like less than 1%.
It's not many. I think only the people that are in the other country that like don't have sex their whole life are the people doing that. Yeah. Ain't nobody really doing it. Like people are getting it in. It is what it is.
I would hope and I would wish that you would.
Yeah, you wish.
We talk about it all the time.
The matter is people be getting a little something, and you can have an orgasm from anything. So I feel like if you are still benefiting from orgasms, you are not abstinent.
Come on.
It was something like this.
It was not.
What do you mean?
I know some people who are waiting, but they fool around.
They have no boundaries.
How is that waiting?
Well, because they're not like, there's no insertion. Y'all know, first of all, this is an entrepreneurship podcast and we are family friendly. But you were saying that they have no boundaries.
Like insertion.
Insertion was better than what you were doing. You get on my nerves.
Congratulations, y'all.
No, I really want to know how. Like, what are you waiting for?
So once y'all get married, in time. What are you waiting for though?
You don't just rush into anything, including business, and that's how we look at our personal lives. So we just get married when things are not. So foundation, the foundation is not strong enough yet for. The foundation is not strong enough yet for a marriage.
Some stuff you don't like
building
right now.
Correct. We're building.
What are 2 or 3 things that need to be in place before you decide to get married?
Real estate.
What does that mean? Like a home together
No, separately. He needs to have his own properties. I gotta have my own properties.
How many?
4
each.
Multiplex.
So wait, y'all gotta have a multi-family property before marriage is on the table?
For our relationship, yes.
Dang. What if there's none available?
Oh. There will be some available because that's just how we are. Oh, yeah. But also we both have children, so that has to be another conversation.
Ooh,
So the podcast summit.
No. I think that is quite 4 properties. Meaning, you said 4 apiece or 2 apiece?
Just multi-properties, multiplexes, or it could be he can have a 6 unit, I can have a 12 unit.
Dang. So you gotta have doors before you'll marry this man.
What does that have to do with marriage?
Marriage is a business. Relationships is a business. And I look at leverage as everything. So I can be not intentional or I can be intentional. And I am divorced and I've been married before. And his vision was a 9-to-5 job, regular. I didn't have to work, but I want abundance of life.
You did not get divorced because y'all didn't have a bunch of property though.
Yes, we got divorced because he was fine making $80,000 a year, and I said, for me, I want more as far as business goes.
Well, that's
y'all
who the
already
person
both
is. That's not
entrepreneurs.
Yeah.
Wait. Okay, somebody said, wait, what?
Yeah.
Wait, hold on. She said I got divorced because he was cool with making.
He was cool only making $80,000 a year. Mind you, the average black man, if I'm not mistaken, only makes around $50,000 a year.
Not because he was a bad leader. He was shoot, y'all know people even say I fell out of love. Nothing. Like, oh, he was cool.
No, he was cool with just only making $80,000. I'm like, and here's the thing that was the kicker for me. I'm like, so they believers, right? Wow. And so I'm like, where does it say if adultery is if he only cool with making a certain amount of money? And so I
by the way, yes, they are believers. This couple are Christians.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. They go further into that here in a little bit, but I was just thrown off when they said that, and so I felt like
sounds like trauma.
Yeah, I felt like she's projecting her pain from the past on her present.
Yeah,
that was really tough. Like, so now because you went through this, and we see this a lot in relationships, and this is why a lot of times it's best to take a chill pill for like some years and really go through some therapy.
I mean,
because man,
her stipulation.
Now your stipulation is this man gotta have a fourplex. I gotta have one.
Units.
And y'all talking about waiting? Do y'all like each other? Are y'all attracted to each other?
Okay, because that's another topic about abstaining. If y'all be pretending that y'all be abstaining for a long years, and you actually that lets me know you're not attracted to him.
Yeah.
If you never get hot and you never, you know what I'm saying? Like y'all can just be laid up together. Nobody get nothing.
Man, you talking about, we get married in 2 years. We get married in, like, what? Hold on. Or y'all, when I hear believers say.
Believers that lust after each other and they like each other, they get married quickly.
Yes.
It's like, baby, we're going to be bumping and grinding. Let's get down this aisle.
Definitely. Especially those believers who are actually abstaining or really have tried.
Because that's the point. If you're not actually abstaining, you can be having orgasms off of a little head, a little this, and you can last longer. If you're masturbating and you're doing your do the whole time, of course y'all can date for 4 years and sure. But if you are actually trying to wait, you actually honor God, you honor your commitment and your vow to him to wait, you're gonna move a little quicker.
You're gonna be like, it ain't gonna wait till the foreplay. Man, I'm talking about that stuff takes some time, unless they're already in process of signing the papers for those fourplexes and all that. That's gonna take some time. And I'm like, y'all already, if you would look at this whole episode, you'll see that I believe they traveled together to a conference and
stayed in a hotel together.
I don't know about that part, but I think I believe they traveled together. That's how the conversation came. Was I kind of saw y'all around each other, and Donnie peeped some things,
man.
And so my thing is like, ooh, y'all already treading on some thin ice when y'all dealing with.
I just think everybody be
traveling
lying.
Together.
Everybody be lying to me.
Think everybody be lying? I don't know. With all due respect to them, I don't know.
No, but I'm not talking just about them. I'm just saying in general. Like, people be traveling together, moving around together, laid up together, and y'all never do a little pokey wokey.
Man, listen.
I just don't believe in it.
You're not attracted. Listen, anybody, look at this. If you could be around whoever your boyfriend, girlfriend is, and y'all don't touch each other, and y'all alone multiple times, so many times, y'all don't, guess what? Go ahead and tell them, listen, I'm so sorry, this ain't gonna work. I'm not attracted to you.
If it don't get
to, because you're not attracted to them.
No, do not tell them that. Don't do that. Hey, I'm so sorry, this is not gonna work. I'm not attracted to you.
A real transparent moment. When we met, TK would come to my place and we would talk. It'd be this L-shaped couch, right? This is what we should not have been doing. We do not say this is okay. If you look at all our stuff, we're totally against it. We've already repented and all that stuff. So anyway, she would sit on this other side of this couch and we would just talk for hours. It was about, hours, and you'd be far away from me and it would just be like, all right, she would leave. I thought we would actually just be friends, but man, after a while, I ain't gonna lie, I started talking to her. I'm like, I think she's dope.
Yeah.
And then I started being attracted, and it just was too many times being alone. And then, I should have called somebody. Somebody should have called me, or somebody should just pull it up on me privately.
And
because
we had moments that warned us up until the actual moment.
Right then, yeah. So I'm just like, listen, I was on fire for this girl, and that's why that's why even when our situation happened and you got pregnant outside of wedlock, I really drilled down on, okay, is this gonna be my wife? Am I gonna really be with her? Let me really see if I can work this thing out, because if so, we get married within a year.
Oh yeah.
We ain't about to be.
We were engaged in 6 months, married 6 months afterwards.
Yeah.
Yeah, we didn't play for what? To keep slipping up and slipping and sliding. Why am I about
feeling
to
that? And here's the thing, feeling that conviction. And some people's like, shoot, I do it all the time. I don't feel no conviction. That's a problem. If you're doing it, you're slipping up, and you're not married, and you are having intercourse, and you're a believer, like you believe that Jesus died for your sins, and you don't feel no conviction about that at all, that's a big time problem when you become numb to sin.
Yeah, I remember one of our friends preached that, and he said it's a scary place to be when you're not afraid of sinning. Like there's no conviction, there's nothing connected to. I've had people tell me like, I don't be feeling nothing after it. I'm like, dang. I remember every time we got done, we evaluated our whole life. Like, we got to figure what is about to happen. Yeah. We got to get down this aisle. I love you. I like you. How your mama and daddy them. Okay, let's get this interviewing process. Yeah. How many kids you want? We went through the moment, but we ain't just about to be laid up, shacking up for the rest of our lives. Yeah. And we both called to a bigger purpose, and that's where the enemy wants you anyways. Yeah. But okay, that's that.
No, I'm talking about my first husband.
Yeah, but here y'all are already both entrepreneurs.
Right, but he's not comfortable in where he is, nor am I.
So why wouldn't it then just be when we have this financially independent, when we can bring this independently to the table? Why is it doors?
We decided that.
So if he makes $1 million next year and has 0 doors, still can't marry him.
Oh, ain't no way. Ain't no way I'm having $1 million. Ain't no way I'm having $1 million and no doors.
Oh, it's a way.
It's a way.
I went to the Property Challenge Live. Right? Plug. I went to the Property Challenge Live. So what I learned there's no way I'm going to have $1 million and have no doors.
Well, there really is a way.
For sure. Having $1 million and making $1 million, 2 totally different conversations.
Yeah.
So, go ahead. I'm sorry.
There are people who make less than $50,000 annually that has 4 doors, right? From their business. Doors may just be paying for themselves or whatever the case may be. So it's just an odd, kind of prerequisite. So if you make $1 million, if I gave you $1 million, Toya, if I gave you $1 million and you have that money, is that not enough financial, like it's free and clear, is that not enough financial stability for you to say, without the doors, I'll marry you?
It's not about financial doors, it's about the dream. So if he doesn't want to fulfill his dream before me, then that means he doesn't care about himself. So if you can't care about you and your access, then you don't care about mine either.
That doesn't make sense.
At all.
That doesn't make sense. It
doesn't make sense to you all, but to us it does.
So I mean, babe, just based off of that, I was just thinking like, do you prescribe people to build their own thing before they get married? Do you think that that's a smart move that couple's going with or anything?
Yeah, I understand. Because after hearing that she was divorced, she has kids, her past man, that might have been saying that he had $80,000 might have been a cute way of saying like he wasn't ambitious. He didn't want to go after anything else. And that is difficult to live with. Like, you know how ambitious I am. You know how much of a goer I am. And if you were, you might not be ambitious in creativity like I am, but you're ambitious financially. And so we still match. But had you not cared about money, wealth, or creativity or ministry, that would be a problem for me. That would be a big problem. So I know we are super duper ready to like go after how possibly foolish this can sound, but because of her past experience, she's like, you know what? I don't even have time to deal with a man that don't got his stuff together. And y'all already know, like once you've had, you've been married, you kind of got that baggage, that weight of the past. You do project that in your new relationships. This is why, the Bible talks about the woman of your youth. Like, hey, before we get all these bodies and these experiences and these different realizations, like, let's just lock in, right? And so, wait, what was the question?
So do you think that that
is realistic?
That somebody should people build their thing?
Yeah, before they get married.
Before they go into marriage.
I think that from a woman's standpoint, I think that most women can admit that they would love for their man to have something. They would love for their man to either have something or be working towards something.
Gotcha.
So the thing that women, and I mean, I can't speak for all, but any woman that I know, including myself, we love provision. We love leadership. We want you to have some type of foresight, not just spiritually, but practically. Like, you know, what the question is, what's your next 5 years look like? Like, we want that. We want a thoughtful, thorough thinking when it comes to how you're going to lead this family. How are you going to lead this family financially? How are you going to lead us materialistically? Like, how are you going to lead? So I get it. And yes, I do think to some extent that it's okay for us to have a little bit of expectation. I think that her expectation is unrealistic because of her past. To especially for believers, because if you are a Christian and you are watching this, you're a believer and you're watching this, obviously we get married bigger than the purpose of like making sure we're not in sin. Like, you know, you want to make sure that you are, I hate using this word, but I'm gonna throw it out there for the lack of better words, but compatible in some sort. Like, we're at least going in the same direction, different stuff like that. Like, you don't want to, so I understand. Let me wrap that up. I understand. But I think it's unrealistic, and I think she's projecting trauma. I think she needs to go to therapy if she has not gone before, kind of figure out what is the residue, right? What's the residue that man left me? What is some things that is sticking to me? But ultimately, as a believer, I think that it doesn't line up with our beliefs, that somebody needs to be all stacked up and racked up. And second of all, I think that she's doing herself a disservice as a woman of God. Y'all, I have been studying women in the Bible and finding out how persuasive we are and the power of our femininity in a man's life. Sometimes we're sleeping on men because they aren't high level 1%ers in the world. You probably ain't gonna attract that type of man anyways, because those type of men want a different type of woman. But there is, like, even with Namdi, I'm like, okay, you saved, you fine, you got the equipment, you got all the things that I need. You know, he was not making what he makes now, but I knew me. Right? I knew me. I knew my talk, my walk. I knew what I could do in his life.
But I was already progressing. I was already in management.
Yeah, you showed. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. So, like, show something, right? We don't want you to be a bum living in your mama house. No sort of direction and maturity, spiritual maturity. You don't read your Bible. I got to lead you in Bible study. Like, we don't want none of that. Have a little bit, but I don't think that you have to have it all. I think that's unrealistic.
Yeah. And I believe that, especially for ladies, y'all don't want to get him. Like, if you go watch this episode, they basically tell them, y'all don't want to get the man when he's up. Because when he's up, it's way harder. Yeah. Because now, what Donnie kind of went on to say was that now once he get this money, he start smelling himself a little bit. Yeah. And the women can smell him too. Yeah. And so he start feeling different, and it's going to be harder to actually get with him. He's gonna have all these extra these extra preferences that he now wants, and a lot of times you won't meet them. It's harder once the man gets the money to go ahead and find his lady. And what I've seen from most successful relationships is where they built it from the ground up. Yeah. They both came in, really didn't have much. You know, when I look at some of the Ruslans, or I look at even with Shans was starting to build, but he wasn't where he's at right now. Yeah. You look at Charlemagne. It's so many other DJ Envy. You could look at so many of these different couples, and they've built it from the ground. These women didn't find them when they were up, because once they up, likelihood of that actual marriage sticking is very scarce. I mean, we've seen that time after time. And so I don't believe that, I believe that a man should be already building his own thing. He should be in the process of building that own thing before you get him. And he has some type of plan of what it is that he wants to do past just working, unless that's just your thing. You know, he needs to have some type of direction, like, hey, I want to do this.
Even within his job.
Yeah, within his job, like, I want to excel.
To this level. I want to be the CEO of this company. Like, just have some type of something.
Yeah, like, I want to do real estate on the side. I don't know, but he needs to have some type of ambition and where he sees y'all going.
Yeah.
Not necessarily have it all the way done, because once it's all the way done and he already have it, most of the time it's very hard to fit you in a picture. And I'm talking about brothers who believe.
Well, especially because when a man has built so much already, now he's skeptical. Like, what are you here for? Do you want me just for my money?
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? But for somebody that built it from the ground up, you know what's up. I was with you when you was broke, dusty, and disgusted.
Yeah.
You know, like it ain't nothing for you to question.
Yeah.
But you coming in with the Bentleys and already, what do you really like me for this or that?
Yeah.
And so,
yeah,
I think overall, I think that no, women should absolutely have standards, because that's the problem now. We don't be having none. Have standards, but we have to put our standards and expectations through a filter, and make sure that filter is the word of God, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's not trauma, social media, what the women are nowadays, the feminist movement are telling y'all to expect. Like, no, what does the word of God say a man of God is supposed to be? Let me line your character up with the word of God. If he's sleeping around with me, right, and he has no intentions of marrying me, and he ain't making more money, he's making a bunch of excuses, right? Oh, even if he's not perfect, even if we slipped up, he's a man of God. He is trying. He's getting his stuff together. He's talking to his dad about marriage and getting the property. Like, okay, it's just you want to line up your expectations from the word and not just weird, you know. I mean, and I think you can have some things like you needed pretty feet.
Oh, for sure.
And, you know, I had my thing, which was like, you cannot be lazy at all. You're going to have to provide.
Oh, for sure.
And possibly by yourself, because I'm going to definitely be raising my children.
I sure didn't see myself working, being the only one working. And man, God made a way.
That was that persuasive talk.
For sure. And that's the thing, is that I'm like, a woman, the right woman will level you up. She will double your income.
Oh, and I did.
The right one. Ladies, right now, and if you're, courting with somebody or whatever, they're courting you and y'all dating and y'all looking towards marriage or whatever, like, I believe that there's some things that you could say. You could tell that man what he's going to be, and he'll go out and he'll do it. You just got to speak to him the right way.
And did.
Ooh, I'm telling you. It's something about it. When she told me, I think one of my first manager interviews, she was like, oh, yeah, you're a manager. Of course.
Yeah.
The way she said it, I was like, because I was having doubts in my head, like, I feel like I'm not ready for this. They want me to go interview for this store, and I just don't understand why my district manager and my manager at this time think I'm ready. I don't feel ready. You're like, no, of course you're ready for management.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, okay. And just seeing that belief that you had in me was like, oh, no, okay. I got to show up.
Yeah.
I'm about to go ace this, and I end up getting the store.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? So the right person will help you and level you up in so many different ways. But man, we want to know, what do y'all think about this? Like, do they need to build their own thing? Do you agree? Like, maybe you need to have that fourplex, or you need to already have those doors or that business. He needs to already have those things together. Do you agree with her on this, man? We would like to know. Let us know in the comments below. This is an Iwegbus production.
Period. We pray that y'all were encouraged in this video, that it was a little entertaining, that y'all enjoyed the topics and the subjects. Y'all make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe. Y'all already know the things to do.
Yeah. We'll see y'all next time. Pillow talking with the Iwegbus.
Bye, y'all. We love y'all.
This is an Iwegbus production.
Period.
Hey, thank you for making it to the end of this video. If you could do us a huge favor, please hit that like button and please subscribe.
Yes, and please do not forget to hit that notification bell. We need y'all to be locked in every single time we drop this fire content. Yes. Also, we need y'all to follow us on all social media platforms at the Iwegbus. And look, we will see y'all on the next video.